what is this podcast about? It probably would help if you don't chew into the mic.
My name is Libby.
My name is Luke.
In this new episode.
This
new season.
And we are going to be focusing completely on weddings.
We are, in fact, the wedding pirates.
There's no other podcast like this. I've looked. I've checked.
And we have a cat. Her name is Stella.
We want to share all the secrets when it comes to weddings.
The one where we talk. Wedding edition. No. Welcome back to the one where we talk, where we are breaking down this season to weddings, where we talk about everything from lies to the truth, to funny stories, to expectations versus reality, just everything wedding. Thank you for joining us today, and today we are talking about
personal versus professional,
like how to balance that.
Yeah. And what does that mean in a relationship between wedding vendors and bride and groom?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can be was it like when we talk to our brides and grooms, we want it to be like it's a fun relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I'm at your wedding, I want to do a shot with you.
Yep.
You know, like I want to be with you at your wedding. Like, yes, I'm working, but I want to have a relationship with you.
So I guess the difference between professional and what's the other one? Personal, yeah, there you go. In that regards of drinking at your wedding, like, we're not just gonna take, like, we know our alcohol limits when it comes to drinking. Yeah. So we're not just gonna drink the night away and get plastered and then continue to film your wedding, because first of all, that would endanger our equipment and we could damage our cameras because we could trip easily and fall. Because when you're plastered, you don't know, your bodily functions are not working as well.
Motors not working.
Yeah. So therefore, we're not just gonna keep drinking. We might have a drink if someone hands us a drink or buys us a drink. Yeah. We'll drink it. But we're gonna put it down once we see that there's a shot we need to get.
Yeah. Also, I call that time of night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's very probably the last hour that we're there.
Yeah.
Or if we're past our time of like filming or taking pictures,
and we just want
to keep taking pictures or videos, then at that point we'll just have a drink maybe if someone offers it to us, or if the bride and groom want to do a shot with us. Like, a shot's not going to affect us at all.
But that's a perfect example of, like, there needs to be a balance between personal and professional. So with personal, you can be too personal, too friendly, and you can drink too much. And then you'll end up plastered and like, I just had a good time, it was so fun. And then you get your product and you're like, this is shit. Whereas
the camera's all shaky.
Yeah, it's like, this is not even good. This is awful. So there's a balance between knowing you can be personal with me and knowing that I'm your friend, and knowing that I'm professional and I know when to draw a line. However, you can be too professional. So I had the last wedding I was at. Obviously, we abstain from certain, just, names. We try not to say names.
We don't name drop on our podcast.
If we really, really need to, we'll drop a name. But the last wedding I was at, I was just doing videography, and the photographer was a lot of photographers actually, like, whenever we do more videography and photography now, but every once in a while, like, we get just videography because it's the last thing that someone wants to book. But I've noticed that photographers are always like, I leave at this time and then I'm done as soon as it's that time. So most photographers usually clock out at like 9 p.m. I would say that's like
like between 8 and 9.
Yeah.
And usually photographers are like, it's a 10-hour day. And
yeah.
That's the max I do.
So yeah, they'll say like, that's all I'm doing. Where they won't even contemplate, like, even if they're having a good time or anything, like they won't. They'll just leave at 9 and they're going to make it very evident to you that it's time for me to go and I'm done. Or sometimes they won't even tell you that they're leaving. They just leave. Like and that's why I'm referring to the last wedding that I went to. They didn't even tell the bride and groom they were leaving. They just packed up and left.
Really? I
asked them, like, oh, you guys done? Like, yeah. Like, was the bride okay? And did you talk to her? Like, no, we're done at this time. Like,
wow.
Oh, okay.
So unpersonal.
And then I was hired till 8 for that day, and it was 9, and the dance floor was hopping. So when you think you have enough for videography, you don't have enough.
And you, being the wonderful human that you are, you had to fly out the next morning, and you had to be at it was a 2-hour drive to the airport for after this wedding.
Yeah.
And you had to be at the airport at 4 a.m. to catch your flight.
Yeah.
And it was a 2-hour drive from the venue. So you could have been done at 8, and you could have gone home by 8:30 and gotten 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, 1:30, 2:30, 3:30.
Oh, wow.
You could have gotten 7 hours of sleep, driven to the airport to be there. By what time did you have to be at the airport?
My flight was at 6:45.
Okay, so you have to be at the airport at like 5. So you could have gotten 6 hours of sleep if you would have left at the time that you could have been done at. But no, you stayed till 10. And then you were like, okay, well, I guess I can't go home and sleep now, because if I do that, then I'll just get 2 hours of sleep, and I won't want to get up, and I have to drive 2 hours to the airport. So I'll just drive to the airport tonight. So you stayed till like 11.
Okay, all right.
And then got to the airport at 1 a.m.
Let me give some explanation.
And you were
here.
exhausted.
Yes, let me give some explanation here. I've been doing this for 5 years now, right?
Yes.
I fucking love weddings.
No, I know you do, and that's a testament to I'm saying who you are, and that's amazing. Like you forsake
sleep.
You forsake getting more sleep because the next day you had a flight to catch after this wedding, but you're like, nah, I'm gonna stay till 11 and get all this footage because it's gonna be amazing, right? Mm-hmm. And then I'll just drive to the airport tonight. Where you could have gone home and gotten at least 5 hours of sleep.
I could have. It's just, but that's a testament of.
And the next day you were exhausted and you missed your flight.
Oh no, I didn't miss it because connecting flight.
You missed your connecting.
I did not
because the airport's stupid.
It's the airport's fault. I missed that flight.
Yes.
I was on time for my flight.
Yes, you were on time.
I actually ran to my second flight on 2 hours of sleep. I jogged with it. I'm going to say about 50 pounds of gear
on your back.
On my back. I ran from one end of Midway to the other.
I thought it was O'Hare.
Oh, wait. Oh, my gosh. I was in O'Hare?
I don't know.
Oh, gee whiz.
Oh, gee whiz.
No wonder why I was so hungry.
Yeah.
I ate a full 12-inch sub from Subway. I hadn't done that in a long time, and I was a little bit hungry after that.
Well, yeah, I bet, because I don't think you had breakfast.
No, I didn't eat breakfast. Oh, no, I got first class to see, because this is an offhand story, I know.
This is my rabbit trail.
This is a personal, this is a personal story here. So you're getting to know us personal. So once I leave your wedding, it's kind of like, this is my personal life now. I'm kind of on my own. And I paid to have a first class ticket in this tiny little airplane. First class means absolutely nothing in a tiny airplane. But I did that to be up front, so that way I could be one of the first ones to get out and run to my next connecting flight, because I knew that it was only
30 minutes.
I had 30 minutes, and they were 10 minutes late landing, and because it's in the winter.
So your first plane was 10 minutes late landing.
Yeah.
And they closed the gate 15 minutes prior to departing.
Yeah, so there's no way.
You had like a 5-minute window to get from your one plane to the next.
Yeah.
One gate to the next.
Yeah.
And you didn't make it. The plane was sitting there. You saw it. It was still at the gate.
I saw it. It was still at the gate. I was
pounded
so
on the
mad.
door.
So mad.
So anyways, I mean, that was great for me on my end, because I got to have another day with my best friend before we had to leave for Florida. Her and I spent the day together.
I was so tired. I slept. I hugged my gear, and I took about a 3-hour nap, because that's a pretty decent nap in an airport.
You hugged your gear? You didn't sleep on it with your head?
No, it's too high.
Oh, I suppose.
Yeah.
You hugged it on the floor?
Yeah.
You slept on the floor and you were hugging it? Did you hug it with your legs and your arms?
No.
Oh.
That would have been weird. I basically I put an arm over it. Okay. So I put my both my arms are pretty tatted up, but when someone sees a really tatted arm like around a bag, you're not going to try and steal it.
You didn't have long sleeves on?
I don't remember.
What were you wearing?
Nothing. I was delusional. I was naked in the airport.
On the ground with his leg and arm bear hugging this big black bag.
But you're right. That should be a testament to who I am. I love weddings so much
that you forsake sleep.
I will forsake sleep. That's just, and I've been doing it for 5 years. And everybody says you're gonna burn out. You're gonna burn out. Like, how do you get burned out from this? This is. I'm literally doing the thing that I have dreamed of doing since I was a child. Not filming weddings, just filming things and making movies out of them.
Yeah.
That's what I get to do for a living.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And with you, it's not that you're done taking photos. It's that I'm tired. Like you need more sleep than I do.
I do, but also too, you can only take so many pictures of people dancing.
Right. They all start to look the same pretty soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless you can hang around and like get some, because you'll stop taking photos sometimes and you'll just like sit because there might be something crazy that'll happen.
Yeah, like 30 minutes later, then I'll pull my camera back up and be like, oh my gosh, this is hilarious.
Yeah.
But you get it on video, and that's much better than me taking a picture of it.
Yeah, people are going to appreciate the video of the dancing way more than the photos.
I mean, you get goofy faces for photos for sure, and it's like, plaster.
How many photos would you say people end up average of their dance floor?
300?
300?
No, that's overshot. Probably like 100.
Okay, yeah, that sounds about right. But, this is the balance between personal and professional. We love what we do, but we are also professional about it. Like we're going to make sure that we set ourselves up legally, with a contract, making sure that we're setting ourselves up like, we take a 50% deposit. That's non-refundable. So if you have a breakup, if someone cheats on you, or one of your, like something happens, I don't know,
or
you name it, COVID, something like that, we don't charge, for us professionally, we don't charge for reschedules. We just work it out. Because we collect the other 50% on the day of your wedding.
Yeah.
So we still have to show up for the second half.
Right.
And you've put down a big security deposit to make sure that we're going to be at your wedding.
Right.
And if we're going to decide we aren't going to be at your wedding, well, then you get that refund back if we decide that. And
our personal touch, too, to business is you get our direct phone numbers to be in contact with us at any time. Yeah. But also, too, we communicate via email when we deliver your product. So we're not going to just text you your product and be like, hey, here's your product.
No, yeah, that's a professional thing.
We're going to email you your product.
The email is usually more professional. I don't know why. It's kind of weird. But also, that's going to go directly to your desktop, and you need to download all of your product onto your desktop or your laptop.
Yeah.
You don't download that onto your phone because it compresses it. As much of a supercomputer as it is, that tiny little object is still going to compress your product.
Right.
So that's like the professional end of things. But we still have a personal touch to that. So
I'll text you saying, hey, we emailed you your product. If you have any questions, let us know.
Yeah. And we try and make that as fun of a experience as possible. Like a personal but yet professional touch that we have is our video package, the way that we mail it to people. We have like a wax seal, and you handmade a really cool envelope. And then you handwrite a letter, a love letter about their wedding day, and then in there is a backup drive with all your videos on it. And in addition to you being able to download your videos, it's nice to have that drive. So
yeah. Also too, another way that we do like professional versus personal is like, so this last wedding that I did, it wasn't the same last wedding that you did, but I showed up to the wedding and I went and talked to the bride, and I was like, hey, is there anything that you need? I'm here. I just want to make sure that you know that I'm here. Where are your detail stuff so I can grab that real quick? And she was just like walking me through all the details, what she wants captured, what she doesn't want captured, and we were talking, and then she was like, I have this thing, but it needs to get ironed, and I'm not sure if there's anyone available to iron it. And then I was grabbing the detail stuff, and I was like walking back with my bride, and one of her friends showed up to help her get set up for the wedding day and like to help her out with anything she needed, and this bride was like, I don't have anything that needs to be done right now. I was like, hey, do you need this iron because you said you did? And she was like, oh my gosh, Libby, you're so professional. Yes, of course I need this iron, thank you for remembering. So it's like I have that relationship with her to talk through with her and to, like, you know, give her a hug if she needed one because she was feeling emotional or just overwhelmed. And then then I was able to be on the back end, like, be able to help her out with reminding her that she needed something done that this person could help her out with.
And that's the beauty behind being good at service products versus just being good at physical products. And
because it's like you can be too professional and, like, not want to get anything, like, do anything personal with the bride and groom.
Right.
Like, not give them a hug. Or
being good at it. This is what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
being good at the service product. People that tend to, like, just view weddings as a physical product, and I'm just here to do your photos and your video. We know those photographers. I know those videographers. They're not fun. They're boring. They
kind of seem cold too.
They're cold. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not personable. They're like, stay at a distance. I'm a professional. This is what professional looks like. I can't get personal with the bride and groom because that's not professional. But it is professional.
Bullshit. Like it's a wedding day. You're
dealing with someone's
emotion.
Yeah, a lot of emotions on a wedding day because the bride and groom. If you have a bride and groom who isn't emotional on their wedding day, maybe they should not be getting married because I think 100% of our brides and grooms have had some sort of emotion on their wedding day about getting married. And it's like being able to provide, like, a shoulder to cry on, give them tissues when they're sad or, like, they're crying because they're just so anxious or whatever it may be. Just having that personal touch.
The only service that you eventually just disconnect emotionally is funerals. Because you do so many funerals, you see so many people cry, you see so many people sad, you eventually just become dead inside. So
but we don't do funerals.
I know, I'm just saying, like, that is still professional. I don't want people to think, like, if you're not emotional with your clients, you're not professional. Like, yeah, but what about other? We're talking specifically about weddings. Yeah. And if you are cold,
if you're taking what we're talking about and pertaining to anywhere else in your life, that doesn't make sense. Don't do that.
So, but we've just met so many cold photographers, cold videographers, or even vendors, coordinators. Mm-hmm. You know, the best coordinators I've found have been able to have a personal relationship with their clients.
Mm-hmm. And it shows on their face and their excitement and everything.
Even if you gotta push through and fake a little bit of excitement. Not saying that, like, you should be faking excitement, but my point is that, like, you need to find...
So here's a good example of quote-unquote faking excitement. So me, Libby, I am a very internal processor. I do not express a lot of my excitement. You can even ask Luke. Like, this past Christmas, we were opening up gifts, and...
You tried really hard to have
I was on the phone with my mom because she sent us some gifts that she wanted us to open. And she wanted us to call her when we opened them. And I was like, wow, thanks, Mom, this is great. And she's like, wow, you don't seem very excited. And I was like, Mom, you should know me by now. I do not get excited about gifts. Like, I love gifts and they're fun and everything.
You get excited when I pull out the box of mac and cheese that I've been hiding.
Yes. I go, you have mac and cheese. Or like ice cream.
Or if we're at a wedding, you'll get emotional about the bowl of Alfredo pasta that's on the table.
I mean, I will cry when the bride is crying, because if she's telling a really, like, sad, stressful story, then I'll be, like, you know, tearing up with her. I can tear up and I can get emotionally, like, sad with the bride, but me being excited, I can't just, like...
Yeah, you're good at commiserating.
Yeah, I cannot just, like, jump up. I don't know. It's just, like...
Because
I have to pull that out of my deepest, darkest depths of my soul. Because
happiness?
Yes.
No, you are. It is true though. You are better at commiserating. Like, you tend to feel someone else's.
I'm very
empathic. Yeah, someone's, like, stress, someone's hurt. You can feel that a little bit more than someone's excitement.
Yeah.
That's just you kind of just put those two together. Like, oh, that's interesting. You're able to do this one, but you can't do the other one. You can.
I just have to pull it out.
It's just a little bit more difficult, but that is. I think there's a lot of value in that because there's a lot of stress in weddings, and there's a lot of happiness in weddings.
And I can give lots of hugs.
I would say the first. Stella's being all cute. You're gonna fall. Jeez.
Hi, Stella.
Don't fall. But I would say. What was I saying?
I don't know. I got distracted by our cute cat.
No, I would say that there's a lot. Oh yeah, that's right. There's a lot of happiness in a wedding, right? But there's also a lot of stress. That very beginning part of the day when we show up, when we see it, between the very beginning part of the day, between when we show up, the first look, and all those things that happen before the ceremony, all the way past the ceremony, and after the family photos, that is the most stressful section. After that, we just got to get to the reception, just got to do the speeches, got to do the dances, got to do the cake cutting, garter toss, bouquet toss, all the random things that you want to do, and you close out the night. At the reception, easiest part.
Yep.
All the way up until the point till the family photos end, that is a stressful part. And there's a lot of I do want to do an episode on just family photos, but there's a lot of value when it comes to having personal and professional balanced in that area. We are constantly keeping that in mind, but our end goal is to always be personal with professional boundaries. Word drop. I'm not going to drop the mic because that would make a lot of noise.
Word drop? What was that all about?
I don't know. Word. I don't know. Stop. Don't do that. Don't do that.
For real.
Okay, all right. All done. Thank you for listening to the one where we talk, wedding edition, where we break down everything weddings. Remember that this is the one where we talk, and we also have a YouTube channel with all of our work video-wise, and we also have our website, broadsidevisuals.com. And wherever you are listening to this podcast, be sure to give it 5 stars and a great rating, and write a review.
Write a review?
Yeah, apparently on Apple Music you can write a review.
You can't write a review on Spotify.
No, you can't.
So you said wherever you're listening, write a review.
Okay. Technicalities.
If you want to write us a review on Spotify, just send us a review to our Instagram page. Be like, hey, I loved your podcast.
Yeah, just
5 stars.
5 stars. Just send me that. That's great. Send it to us. Anyway, thank you for listening, and